So welcome students for this class. This foundation class is meant for touching something on economics. Every time you are listening to the TV or on the newspaper, you can see some words called GDP, NDP, all these things you must be hearing somewhere. Have you heard of a term called GDP? GDP, have you heard of this term called GDP? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
If it is no, also it's okay. No, I mean, I just wanted to know. Similarly, you must have heard of a term called GST. GST, Goods and
Yes, sir.
Services Tax. Goods and Services Tax is called GST. GDP is Gross Domestic Product. Now we say we are the sixth largest country in terms of GDP. What is our GDP? You know, any idea? What is our GDP? Any idea? Our GDP is 4 trillion. 1 trillion is equal to how much? 1 lakh crore or something. No, not 1 lakh crore. Something 1 lakh. One, not 1 lakh crore. 1 trillion is equal to 1 billion is equal to 6,000 crore. Sorry, million is 10. 10 lakhs. This is 1,000 lakhs is that is 100 crore is billion. Sorry, billion. Trillion is equal to 1 lakh. Yeah, 1 lakh crore dollar. That is our GDP is $4 trillion. 1 trillion is 1 lakh crore. Then it means 4 lakh crore dollar. How much it is in rupees? 4 lakh crore dollar will come how much in rupees? $1 is equal to 80 rupees. Calculate $1 is equal to 80 rupees. And our this thing is 4 trillion. Our GDP is 4 trillion. So let me give this. So I'm going to write it here for your. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to see our Indian GDP. India's GDP is equal to $4 trillion. So that is 1 trillion equal to 1 lakh crore. So 4 into 1 lakh, 4 lakh crores dollars. 4 lakh crore dollars. So how much it in rupees? 4 lakh crores dollars is equal to $1 is equal to 80 rupees. So how much it is? $1 is equal to 80 rupees. Rupees 80. So how much is our GDP? 4 into 80, 320 lakh crores rupees. Now we have rupees. This is equal to 320 lakh crores rupees is Indian this thing. Just check whether it's correct. You are welcome. We'll wait for some time. We have another for 10 minutes. Okay, can you is it correct? $4 trillion equal to 4 lakh crores dollars equal to 320 lakh rupees to 320 lakh crores rupees. Is it correct? Hello, are you with me? Four
Yes,
trillion
sir.
dollars is equal to. I think I have to make it big now. I think it looks very small. So let us say USA, their this thing is $30 trillion. $30 trillion. So they are nearly 7 times bigger in terms of GDP. 30 and then China is about $20 trillion. So how big is China compared to India in terms of GDP? How big is
5 times, sir.
5 times? How big is US? How big is US compared to India?
Six times, sir.
6 நல்லா பாருங்க. Check please.
Sir, 7.5 times, sir.
8 times, approximately 8 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay, assuming Indian population is about 140 crores and the US population is 35 crores. So how much is the population of US compared to India?
3 times, sir.
No, Indian population is 140 crores and US population is 35 crores. So how many times is our population? How you will get 3 times?
4 times, sir.
4 times. So if you divide the GDP by the population and give equally that money, so every US fellow will be 4 and here 8. 32 times richer there. How many times they will be richer?
32 times.
32 times. Welcome, Uvashri. Uvashri, in 5 minutes ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ஒரு 5 minutes ஆகட்டும், சரியா? நான் ஒரு 7:24 ஆச்சு, 7:30 ஆரம்பிச்சுக்கலாம். Okay, so Indian, all of you listen. Indian GDP is $4 trillion. US GDP is $30 trillion. China's GDP is $20 trillion. $20 trillion. Other next is Germany, I think. It's only about $7 or $8 trillion. Adukapro, there's some other country. I forgot that country. I think Japan. Japan is about $4.5 trillion and Indian GDP is $4 trillion. In terms of GDP, we are quite reasonable. But our population is 4 times that of US. And the entire France, the population of France is how much, you know? Any idea? Okay, what is the population of Tamil Nadu? Can anybody guess? Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra?
9 crore.
Yeah, 9 crore. Whereas the population of entire France is only 9 crores. So the population of entire France is only 9 crores. And you know what is the population of Singapore? Abhinav can tell, I think. What is the population of Singapore? Can you guess? Some of you can guess. No, one need not be correct. What is the population of Singapore? 1 crore. Which city has got population 1 crore in India?
Goa, sir.
No, Goa is not 1 crore. I'm talking about city. Which city has got population 1 crore?
Haryana, sir.
No, city. I'm talking about city. I'm
Sir,
not talking
Chennai,
about...
sir.
Chennai, yes. Chennai has got 1 crore. And your Bombay has got, I think, 1.2 crore or so. Bangalore has got 1.5 crore. Delhi is about 1.3 crore or so. So they say Bangalore population is much bigger than many other cities now. But Chennai is about 1 or 1.1 crore. So entire Singapore is as big as Chennai. In terms of area also it is as big as Chennai. It's not bigger than Chennai. So when we talk something like this, some other country is growing faster, some other country is doing well, and people are... so you have to keep this thing in mind that our population is so big. Now, you know what is the world population? Can you guess? Pakla. Let me see whether you are able to guess. What is the population of the world? What is the population of India? You tell me. Just now I told you, no? What is the population?
140 crores, sir.
140 crore. What is the population of world? The world. All countries put together. 157 countries or so. Put together is how much?
Sir, more than 700 or 800.
Yeah,
sir.
800 crores. It is 800 crores. So the population of India is... what is the ratio of the population of India to the population of the world? So 140 divided by 800. कितना है? बोलिए, Parli students. 140 divided by 800. It's almost about 18%. Is it 18%? 140 divided by 800 is how many? What is the percentage? What is the percentage of?
5%.
Yeah, how much?
5%, sir.
No. 140 divided by 800 into 100. You put it and find out. Oh, sorry. I think I made a mistake. Huh? Oh, not 18%. Sorry. Sorry. 1% is 140. Yeah. 10.
17%,
Yeah,
sir.
18%. Sorry, 18%. No. Is it 18%?
Yes, sir. 17.5
17 or
is
something.
fine, sir.
Okay.
17.5.
Yeah. So all of you please go through this. I will join you in about 2 minutes. அமைதியான இடத்துல உட்கார்ந்து படிக்க வேண்டிய மாதிரி ஆன்லைன்ல சரி அப்படியா அமைதியான உட்கார முடியாத பட்சத்தில் நீங்கள் ஆஃப் பண்ணி யுவர்சிட்டி யூ கேன் கோ ஹெட் டு யுவர்சிட்டி. Yes, sorry, because I have to start one more class. Okay, right. Let us look at now. Are you seeing another slide now? GDP. Hello.
Yes, sir.
GDP. I will read out first. GDP. What is the gross domestic product of India? We found out $4 trillion. Just now we said. How did they find out? You have to GDP is equal to consumption. C refers to consumption plus investment plus government expenditure. Then bracket X minus M. X is exports. M is imports. Have you studied this in your school? You must have studied
No,
this.
sir.
Huh?
No, sir, not yet, sir.
Oh, not yet. You may be studying in your 9th or 10th standard. Anyway, let us look at this. So, GDP, gross domestic product, is equal to consumption. What is meant by consumption? That is that we consume food, we consume cloth, we consume so many things. The consumption of all the human beings in this country put together, if you add, that is called consumption of the total country. Okay, all people, 140 crore people, whatever they consume, if you add, that will be the consumption of the country. That is C. Then plus investment, I. Investment is whenever we get some income, we use it for our consumption. And what do we do with the left out money? Suppose our Sabari gets 10 rupees income and he is consuming 6 rupees. How much is left with him?
4, sir.
4 rupees.
Sir.
What does he do with the 4 rupees? Normally, what will you do?
I will save it.
Save. You will save. You will save. That saving is called investment. You will save. You may not keep the money in your home. You will go and put it in a bank, and as a deposit or in a savings account, you will put it there. That is called investment. Okay. Then government is collecting tax from you, and they are also spending. Government, central government, state government, local government, your corporations, your all these corporators. That this one, panchayat, like that. All these people are constitute government. They also spend some money. That is called government expenditure. That is called G. And then we export some items. Normally we export agricultural products. For example, we export cardamom, we export pepper, we export tea, We export coffee like this. We export. We import something and we export software. We export garments. India exports all these things. We import semiconductor chips and computer parts. All these things we import. So for export that you have to add and you have to minus the import. So if you do all these things, that is called GDP. There is a particular agency which calculates GDP. Government wants to know what is the GDP every time, so they will do like this. Okay. Then what is called NDP? GDP minus depreciation. It means, suppose somebody by consumption, we said out of 10 rupees he is consuming 6 rupees. We told, no? Out of 10 rupees, we are, one minute, huh? So, suppose he buys, let us say, he consumes 1 rupee for his food, another 1 rupee for his trousers and pant, shirt, etc. And he wants to buy a cycle. That is also consumption. He wants to buy a cycle. So, whatever money he has saved for 2-3 months or 4-5 months, now he will 4-5 months he will save it and then he will buy some cycle. So that is also a consumption. So that cycle will depreciate. How long the cycle will come? For 10 years, 5 years?
Yes, sir.
So we buy cycle, but that cycle will wear out in about 10 years. Will it be same as if you when you bought the condition was good, but by usage the condition was deteriorating and you will be repairing and keeping it like that? That is called depreciation. Whatever your cycle value today, you bought a cycle for 10,000 rupees, let us say, and then after every year it will be depreciating. Every year, let us say, depreciating by 1,000 rupees. It means its value next year will be 9,000 only. On the second year, it will be 10% of 9,000, 900 will go. So its value will be 8,100. So like that, the depreciation will be there. Like that, the depreciation we will calculate. So NDP is equal to GDP minus depreciation. That is called net domestic product, gross domestic product minus depreciation. Then there is something called gross national product. Let us see what it means by this. C plus I plus G. C refers to consumption, I refers to investment or saving, G refers to government expenditure, X refers to exports, M refers to imports, plus NFAIA. What is this? NFIA is net factor income abroad. It means that, let us say Sabri's father is working in Dubai. I am assuming Sabri's father is working in Dubai, he is earning some money there, and he is an Indian, he is from Ranipet, we all know that. So that income also is the income of India only, Indian citizen. That also has to be added. But then suppose he is earning in dollars, you have to convert that into rupees. So net factor income abroad. So whatever income you get abroad, you have to factor it after expenditure. He will bring some money here. So that money also you have to add. If you add that money, then GNP is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus NFAI. Now I am going to ask you one question. Which is bigger, GDP or GNP? Which is bigger, GNP or GDP? Which is bigger, GNP or GDP? Closely look at that. What is GDP? What is GNP? Which is bigger? Sabari?
Sir, GNP is higher than
Higher,
GDP.
because same C plus I plus G plus bracket X minus M plus NFAI plus NFAI. Net factor income abroad will not be minus, it will always be plus. So the GNP will be bigger than GDP. But the most popularly used for in our government, by the newspaper, by various agencies or agencies abroad, etc., will be GDP. Have you heard of this word GDP? All of you?
Gross domestic
No, no.
product.
Have you heard before this? Not this class. Before that?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir. It is not showing, sir.
screen not showing. Why screen is not showing? We have to. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. I think screen not showing. 1 minute. 1 minute, Amma. Is it showing now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Showing, sir.
Now all of you are in the foundation. All of you are in the foundation group, no? I am going to send one thing in the foundation group. Maybe after the class you can look at that. Okay. So that is a GDP of various countries. But while attending the class, can you look at your mobile? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Just look at whether you are receiving it. I am just going to send it to you right now. Have you sent? Have you received one message which I have sent right now?
Yes, sir.
You received it, huh? So you just see what is the GDP of various countries. Can anybody read what is given in that table?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you read it.
How world's top 10 economics performed in last 10 years. Country, United States, GDP in 2024, dollar $28.8 trillion. GDP in 2014, $17.6 trillion. Change in percentage, 63.5%.
So US is $28.8 trillion. I said $30. In fact, for your simplicity sake, I said 30, no? Oh, sorry. $30 trillion I said. Okay, very good. China is 18.5 trillion. I said 20 trillion. Just to round off that. India, I said 4 trillion. How much is India? Is 3.9 trillion. Germany is 4.59 and Japan is 4.1. Right? Namak Pinadi. Only after India it comes United Kingdom, France, Brazil, Italy, Canada. Their GDP is less. Compared to India, it is less. But fortunately for them, the population is less. Whereas our population is much bigger. Much. 140 crores is our population. This is population percentage of India. Population percentage of India over world population. 18%. So 1 in 5% in the world is Indian. Can we say that? If it is 20%, can we say 1 in 5% in the world is Indian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now we'll go back to this gross domestic product. So GDP is a word which is used very commonly. Okay, then let's go to per capita income. This is also very popular. Per capita income. Per capita income is what is the income of an individual in that country. That is equal to national income divided by population. National income divided by population. Okay. So what is this national income? It's almost like our GNP or NNP. You can call it. You can for the moment you can think of national income is equal to NNP. Just for our understanding. So divided by population, I will give you per capita income. Disposable income. So you will get some per capita income. In that you will be paying some taxes to the government. If you minus that, whatever is left with you is called disposable income. Whatever left with you is called disposable income. It is available for you for your expenditure. So in the GDP, what are the sectors are included? One is primary sector, that is agricultural sector. Another one is secondary sector, that is industries. Third is tertiary sector, that is services. as far as in the GDP, all three are included. Okay. Maybe no, the gross value added is equal to GDP plus subsidies minus that. No, I think the last one you leave it. That will be confusing. So now one of you can read all the lines from the title.
Can I, sir?
Yeah, please.
GDP equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. GDP refers to gross domestic product. C consumption. I investment. C government expenditure. X exports. M imports. NDP GDP depreciation. GNP C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus NFIA net factor income abroad. NNP equal to GNP depreciation. PCI per capita income equal to national income population.
National income divided by population. Divided by. That is divided by. Okay.
Disposable income, personal income minus direct taxes. Composition of GDP, primary sector, agri, secondary sector, industrial, territory sector, services.
That much is enough. See, whenever somebody says agri or primary sector, they are referring to agri. Whenever somebody says secondary sector, they are referring to the industries. Tertiary sector, it's a sector, I mean, it's services. Like services like your banking, your hospital, your education, your hotels, all these things will come under, or software companies, all these things come under services. Tertiary sector. So here the most popular indicator is GDP. This is the most popularly widely used. Everybody must know what all constitute GDP. The consumption, that is the money you use to consume food, shelter, and your clothes, etc. Whatever you buy, plus whatever is left out in your income that you are saving or you are investing, that is I. Then government is spending some money because they are collecting taxes. No, from that they are spending money. So G, and you are exporting something X, and you have to minus the imports. So all these things added, it will come. That will be called GDP. That is the most popular indicator used by all over the world. Okay, and as I rightly said, as I sent for your this one, that is in your group, how world's top 10 economies performed in the last 10 years. 2024, US is the largest economy, $28.8 trillion, and India is fifth biggest economy, $3.9 trillion. We are bigger than United Kingdom in terms of GDP. We are bigger than United Kingdom, France, Brazil, Italy, Canada, any other country other than Japan, Germany, China, and United States. Understood? Hello,
Yes, sir.
children. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Are you really proud of that we are fifth biggest country in terms of GDP?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So we must feel proud because we are the fifth largest country in terms of GDP. Unfortunately, our per capita income is very small because our population is very big. For example, since Kavinaya and couple of other people came late, I just wanted to tell you. See, for example, our GDP, Indian GDP, $4 trillion, 3.8 or 4, we'll keep it as 4. It means 4 lakh crore dollars. It means 320 lakh crores in rupees. Whereas US is $30 trillion. So how many times is US GDP compared to India? 8 times. Okay, approximately 8 times. 4 into 8, 32. So 8 times. And their population is only one-fourth of our population. So an average American citizen is 32 times richer than us. Samjay, have you understood
Yes, sir.
why I am saying 32 times? Parley students, are you with me? Why I am saying 32 times?
Yes, sir.
because
Yes, sir.
their GDP is 8 times compared to us. Their population is only 1/4. So they are generally, I mean, we can make a statement saying that an average American is 32 times richer than average Indian. Let us say our average Indian is our Sabari. He is making 10 rupees per month, let us say 10,000 rupees per month, we'll call it like that. So how much an average American will make? When Sabari makes 10,000 rupees, how much an American citizen make? 32 times, how much it is?
32,000 rupees.
Hey,
3,20,000.
my God. He makes 3,20,000. Is it big or small compared to Sabari's income?
Very big, sir.
Very, very big. That is the reason why America is such a rich country, because population is less and GDP is more. How they can get that kind of GDP, that we will see in one of the other classes. Okay. So, how do we increase the GDP? You should have good economic policies. You should have good agricultural policy. You should have good industrial policy. You should have good economic policy. So these policies will decide how much fast our GDP grows. What is the GDP growth of India? Any idea? This year, last year? It is 78%. 78% means what? Suppose it grows by 8%. What will be the GDP next year? Today it is $4 trillion. Suppose it grows by 8%. How much it will be next year? Today it is this year, 2024, it is $4 trillion and it grows by 8%. So how much it will be in 2025? Eight percent of 4 trillion is how much? 0.332 trillion. 4 into 8 divided by 100, 0.32. Hello? Hello, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So the next year our GDP will be $4.32 trillion. Suppose if we grow by 8%. Okay? So these are something which you have to learn. Then we'll go to history. Now we are looking at economic history. We are not talking about who invaded, etc. Economic history. We had at one point of time, 200, 300, 400 years back, India was the richest country in the world. Richest country. Because of two reasons. One is our resources are good. Our agricultural, our various resources, mineral resources, our crops are excellent. And we had a very good business also with other countries. With what is called Silk Route and Spice Route. Have you heard of this? Silk Route and Spice Route?
Yes, sir.
Silk Route is towards Burma, China, this way. That is, we used to get silk from China and make silk sarees, silk items, etc. And we used to sell to other countries. So silk was imported from China and the products are exported to China, Burma, Thailand, all those places. That is eastern side of India. The other one is called spice route. What are spices? Our cardamom, our pepper, our all these things are spices. No, and we are the one country which grows all the spices. These spices are liked by these West Asian countries, like our Gulf countries, Dubai, Arabia, Iran, Israel, Iraq, Pakistan. All those countries used to like. Pakistan that time it was with India. So this is another route. One route is on the eastern side, that is from Calcutta it goes to Burma, Burma to some other country, and then to China. In this China and then Japan. In this way, on the western side, we used to go to the Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, then Dubai and Saudi Arabia, all these countries, Syria, all these countries. And those days, these West Asian countries are also rich. So all these people, they buy our spices. Why they buy our spices? All these West Asian countries, they used to consume lot of non-veg. Agree with me or not? Because
Yes,
it's a Muslim
sir.
country, non-veg,
Yes,
what do
sir.
you need? आपका गरम मसाला चाहिए, isn't it? You need garam masala for non-veg? Hello?
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
garam
sir.
masala can be made using spices. Spices are required for garam masala. So that is the way you had two business routes. One is the Silk Route, other Spice Route. But unfortunately, our invaders, they blocked these two. They blocked our Silk Route, they blocked our Spice Route, and India became poor because of the British East India Company or Dutch East India Company. All these European companies who came here to do trade, they blocked the Silk Route and Spice Route, and India as a country became poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer, and we became one of the poorest country in the world. So this kind of history you should know. You may learn a lot of things in your book for the exam purpose, but if you know this history, it will be very meaningful for you, or you will understand and then study. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then that was one. Next came all these British people came and occupied us. British, Portuguese, Dutch, all these British India Company, they all came and occupied. They came here for doing business, but they found that there is no understanding between the various kings in the India. So they started ruling us by creating fight between the Rajas, between the kings, and they started ruling it. Who are the traders who came to India? European, Portuguese, Dutch, British, Danish, French, everybody came. But finally, British have wiped out all those people, and then British started ruling our country. Now what happens here? We don't have. We became freedom, free country. Then we have this guard. Now we have each country has got some restrictions. We cannot import everything from some other country without any problem. So each country has got some regulations. These are called GATT, General Agreement of Trade and Tariff. Then WTO, World Trade Organization, that decides something. And TRIP, Trade Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Rights. These are some of the three organizations that decide, like for example, whether if you want to import something from China, then they will have some decision. Then only they have to agree, then only you can import. So these are something which you should look at. Then food, etc. We will see in the next class. This class we are going to close here, because we have this 11th and 12th standard. Our Nivedita is taking chemistry. In case some of you are interested, you can join there. It may be useful. That is the reason I told you. In case you are even though it is for 11th and 12th, still you may understand something. So we will close it today. We'll go to the that class, and then, or if you don't want to attend also, it's okay. We will again meet on foundation class on some other day, maybe Saturday or something. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.